Hey guys, this is Kyle from Unsubsisting115. The other half of the channel is finally up, which is me. Because of video editing and sound editing software screwing up, it took me this long. So today I'm just going to talk about some possible theories for the next map pack on Black Ops 2, the third map packs. We've had Revolution and Uprising so far, so what is Treyarch going to throw at us this time? So I'm going to go over things found in the community, new, old, just speculations, most are probably fake, but they're still interesting ideas, so let's get right into it. The first DLC we're going to look at is one called Deliberation. Looks nice, quite professionally made. I like it. It's got 4 multiplayer maps, as there's always been, a zombie map, and weapon DLC, which kind of throws up a red flag, because Treyarch kind of downed that, and they didn't want to do any more of that, it seems. So let's jump right into the multiplayer maps. We've got Hybrid, which kind of looks like it's an oceanside resort, maybe beach, big building kind of thing. We have Downfall, which looks like a governmental building, downfall of the government, based on the name it has. It fits quite well. We have Nostalgia, street, maybe some buildings under construction. They seem to like the street and construction themes, so we'll just go with that. We have Variant. It's a city park, I think, maybe, because it's got the trees and the buildings in the background. Maybe it's just a normal street with some trees, who knows, but I like the park idea. And then we have Gehorchen, the zombie map. It's the best part, it's our favorite part here at Unsubsisting 1 from 5. And it's German for follow, so don't know what that could do with it. Maybe it's just like a long kind of follow the leader type map, a lot of like transport and stuff. Who knows? It looks kind of like a small sort of village. Buildings in the background. It looks like there might be a couple ones that have been burnt in the front. But I'm going to point out one thing with this DLC here. It's definitely fake. Like, there's no way that this could be real because of the gun DLC. Treyarch said they want to do more of it, but the thing is, let's zoom in. Just right here. Look at the gun. Familiar at all? It's the assault rifle from the Halo series. It's just been photocopied, whatever, over. It's just been put here just to look nice. Whoever made this, the only thing really that's unbelievable is the gun. Otherwise, props to you. So our second DLC we're going to cover is called Orientation. This has been around since before the Revolution DLC, so it's probably fake, but it gives the idea of what might be to come. So it has the standard 4 maps, a zombie map, and a gun DLC. So we have Water, which is quite a generic name. It looks kind of like a beach village, maybe a resort, I don't know. We have Southpaw, which is like a desertish town, maybe Afghanistan. Looks like it'd be played on the rooftops and the side alleys. We have Mobile, which you really can't tell much from this picture because it's so blurry. The only thing I can really tell is that it seems like the map would take place at night because there's lights in the background. And then we have Plane, which really needs no explanation. It's a plane. What more is there? Close quarter map, probably because it's a plane, because planes aren't very big, so you have that to look forward to. And then you have Dead High for the zombie map. School or something on the idea of Die Rise probably, but most likely more on Die Rise because you can see skyscrapers in the background, and I've never seen a high school built in the middle of skyscrapers. So it looks kind of like a city street with toppled buildings and such. Now, the next 2 zombie maps of the following 2 packs I have. It's been a theory since the first zombie map that came out with Black Ops 1, Keynote Return, but I'll get more into that in a bit. Our third DLC is called Diversion. It's the most believable by me except for the date thrown right in front of you of May 3rd. Today is the 30th. Just a little bit overdue. These maps look pretty interesting and could have some fun new features that they'd add to multiplayer. We have Reef, which is my favorite. Reefs are underwater, and the picture has a very distinct blue hue to it, signaling water. This could possibly be the first Call of Duty map that you could swim in or possibly dive in. Underwater combat has potential. Then we have Colosseum, which could be a multi-floored round arena like the Roman Colosseum. We have Cabana, Jungle Villa, possibly a secret military base in the rainforest. Who knows? Then we have Brigade. You can't tell much about it. It looks like a giant pile of sawdust with possibly the frame of a house in the top left, which leads to believe we have another construction site map. And then we come to my favorite part, Die Eiffel. This is where things get interesting. In the Wii version of Black Ops 1, the mystery box in Zombies was a little different than that of the other consoles. It included travel bumper sticker-like objects on the front of it, indicating future DLCs. It had stickers for all of the Black Ops 1 DLC zombie maps that were supposed to come out, except for Moon. In place of that was a picture of the Eiffel Tower indicating Paris. Paris was later scrapped for Moon, but the idea is still in existence, and Treyarch isn't one to give up on good ideas. This leads us to believe that Paris could easily be the next zombie map. Now the next thing I have to cover is something called the Salvation DLC. Be the third one for Black Ops 2. It says it's available on June 25th, which is a much more believable release date, first on Xbox Live. Now this doesn't give us information about any of the multiplayer maps, it just talks about how we have 4 maps, a weapon, and a new zombie map. It says Call of Duty Black Ops 2 Salvation, the newest downloadable content pack, includes 4 bigger multiplayer maps than they are now, including a brand new DLC weapon, the Intervention Sniper Rifle. Also, it features a brand new zombie experience that we like to call Tombs in the Catacombs of Paris. Now this throws up a flag, because we just mentioned Paris and how it's a big theory. If we're going to go into the Catacombs, this could make it 10 times more interesting. The Catacombs in Paris are miles upon miles of underground tunnels, just multi-leveled, just full of everything you can think of. At the top levels, the walls are covered in graffiti. It's just, generic alleyway tunnel. But the deeper you go, the more bodies and the more skulls and bones you find just stacked upon the walls, in writing out messages just everywhere. Now, this would be an ideal location for a zombies map and could possibly tie into the story. We've powered up a large tower object on the first 2 maps so far with the story. Could the Eiffel Tower be a third? It could possibly be the best map yet, but I do question the grammar behind this one. This one little line right here which could prove that this is fake. Now, this is the map that people here at Unsubsisting 115 are looking forward to the most. So if they really do this, this is going to make us really happy. The next DLC I'd like to cover is called Transition. We've got 4 multiplayer maps, no weapon DLC, which makes it a lot nicer, and 1 zombie map, which looks quite interesting and could tie the story all the way back together in a big knot. We have Sacrifice, which I really can't tell what that is. Looks kinda like a building, maybe, ledge, jumping off, sacrificing yourself, I don't know. Then we have Hidden, which looks like it's a really dark map, tons of shadows. Maybe it's meant for hidden players, assassins, that kind of thing. Then we have Cavern, which is obviously going to be some sort of cave, maybe gorge in the ground. I don't know. And then we have Virus. Can't really tell what that is. Virus doesn't give away much. You can see a building in the background, maybe some water. But none of these multiplayer maps are the interesting thing. We have a zombie map here, which is called Dark Side of the Moon. And notice the color of the eyes of the zombies. They're red, which would tell that it takes place long before Samantha or Richtofen have taken control, kind of in the same location as Mob of the Dead. Now we got Dark of the Moon, we've got the astronaut back from Moon, and just a zombie, and it's kind of got a green hueish. I don't know, maybe this will tie the story back together, like tell us how all the pyramid got there and how all this factory got set up, kind of on the moon, the big facility. I don't know, it's kind of cool, it could be interesting if it pulls through. I don't know. Last but not least is my favorite one of the quote-unquote leaked DLC posters. It's called Abomination, and it fits very well. It includes the generic 4 maps, 1 zombie map, and a weapon DLC. The 4 maps are car, bike, bus, and helicopter. The zombie map is plane. There's no explanation needed for any of these maps because they're so straightforward and generic. Good for Treyarch. Props to whoever made this though, because for a second I believed that this might really be the DLC. It's so realistic. I love it. Out of all these DLCs I've covered, most of them could probably be proven fake, just by little details, but they're all done by skilled photoshoppers, and I give props to you. Well, except for my favorite, which I probably could have done in 10-ish minutes, but who cares. The ones taking place in Paris could be quite real though, based on the theories that go back for several years. We won't know until the next DLC is announced or leaked or whatever's going to happen. I'm going to try to keep everyone updated as things are leaked off and announced throughout the community. This has been Kyle from Unsubsisting 115, signing off.